Hello, dear aspirants. NEET 20, so we are here to discuss the NEET 2023 chemistry paper, and this is the code F4. Okay, code F4 chemistry. So now let's begin without any further delay. Question number 51. This is they have just they have just played with the language of the question, but question is very simple, and I think you might have practiced many times in the class, right? So question says what question says? Question says the relation between number of permissible values of magnetic quantum number for a given value of the azimuthal quantum number L, right? So azimuthal quantum number is the L, and already we know that the value of M lies from minus L to plus L. So the total value of M will be 2L plus 1. Here M is represented as Nm, the number of permissible values of magnetic quantum number, right? So you can simply write here by Nm equal to 2L plus 1, right? So L equal to Nm minus 1 by 2, right? So which is the correct answer? The correct answer is the option 4th, right? L is equal to Nm minus 1 by 2. I hope it's clear to everyone. Chalo. Amongst the given option, which of the following molecule ion act as a Lewis acid? Right? Lewis acid is the one which is electron deficient. Right? So H2O, we have the two lone pair of electron. H2O is the electron rich species, means it's a Lewis base. OH minus, anion, Lewis base, ammonia, lone pair, Lewis base, but boron trifluoride, BF3. BF3 is electron deficient, right? So when BF3 is electron deficient, it's a hypooctet, it requires electron and it takes from ammonia. Ammonia is electron excess is there, so it forms complex with ammonia. That's why Lewis acid is boron trifluoride. So dear students, the correct answer for this question is option 2, right? Let's begin to the next question. Which of the following statements are not correct? So not correct, right? You have to focus which is not correct, right? So here you can check it out. Hydrogen is used to reduce heavy metal oxides to metals. That's right. Heavy metal is used to study reaction mechanism. Yes. Isotopic effect, deuterium. Deuterium is used to study the reaction mechanism via isotopic effect, right? Hydrogen is used to make saturated fats. Yeah, absolutely right. Hydrogen is used to make saturated fats from oils. The HS bond dissociation enthalpy is lowered. It is wrong because of the shortest bond length. The bond dissociation energy is higher. It is the higher side. So D is the incorrect. What about the E? Hydrogen reduces oxides of metal that are more active than iron. Absolutely wrong, because in SHE, hydrogen comes quite below compared to iron, right? There is hydrogen, copper, followed by silver, mercury. So iron is quite up in the ECS, right? So the correct answer for this question is option 2, and the second says D and E only, right? So D and E both are incorrect. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now let's move to the question number 54. Which one of the following statement is correct? So all enzymes that utilizes ATP in phosphate transfer require C as the cofactor. Not correct. Bone in human body is an inert and unchanging substances. Not correct. Mg plays role in neuromuscular function and interneuronal transmission. That is also not correct, right? So what is the correct here? The correct one is daily requirement, daily need of our alkaline earth metal, magnesium and calcium in the human body is estimated to be 0.2 to 0.3 gram, right? So the correct answer for this question is option 4th. Now let's move to the next question. Homolactic complex is the complex where we have only single kind of ligand, not more than single kind of ligand, right? Not different kind of ligand, we have a unique single kind of ligand. So if we talk about the first option, in the first option diamine chlorido-nitro. So there is a amine, chloride, nitro, all three different kind of ligands. But in option fourth, potassium trioxalato aluminate. So we have the C2O4 trioxalato aluminate. ठीक है, plus plus plus. Here this is a homolactic. This is a homolactic ligand, the homolactic complex. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. I hope it's clear, right? Now, question 56 says, in question number 56, we have a compound that reacts with amalgam, zinc amalgam and the Cl. So it is a Clemenson reduction. In Clemenson reduction, what happens? In Clemenson reduction, we all know that keto and aldehyde, this keto group, carbonyl group reduces to the alkyl, right? In which option we have the option, right? So option fourth, we have a compound where keto group has been reduced to the alkyl group. Option fourth is right. Now let's move to the next question. Identify the product in the following reaction. Here we have the diazonium salt. Diazonium salt when reacts with Cu2Br to Sandmeyer reaction. In Sandmeyer reaction, it undergoes and just liberate the nitrogen gas and forms halobenzene or bromobenzene. Bromobenzene reacts with Mg, forms Grignard reagent. Mg in dry ether forms Grignard reagent. Okay, and Grignard reagent undergo the hydrolysis. So there is a MgBr, the pH minus. So pH minus MgBr. pH minus act as a very, very good base. It takes H plus from the water and forms benzene. So what would be the right answer for this question? So dear students, option first is absolutely right. Benzene is the right answer. I hope it's clear, everyone. Now, this is a very, very famous question from MOT. MOT, if you talk about MOT, we have to study about two things. One is the O2, other one is the N2. Oxygen and N2. Okay, N2 for, there is no sp mixing. So N2, in N2 we will have the, okay, in N2 molecules, the atomic weight is less than 7. So there will be sp mixing, yeah. Because of sp mixing, the pi orbital energy gets lower. When it gets lower, so what will be the correct answer for this question? The correct answer for this question will be sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2px, pi 2py, followed by sigma 2pz, then anti-bonding starts. First bonding will be in the picture, after followed by the anti-bonding, because the energy of anti-bonding is always high, right? So the correct answer will be the option 4. I hope it's clear to everyone. Any doubt? Now let's move to the question number 59. For a certain reaction, the rate K equal to A square and B. So with respect to A, it is in the power of twice. So if B increases the concentration of A by the factor of 3, so 3 square will be the 9, right? So the rate becomes 9 times. The rate becomes, here will be the K, right? So you can write here simply, the rate is what? K. This is the R1. So rate will become 9 times. So it will increase by a factor of 9. What is the right answer? Second. I hope it's clear to everyone. Any doubt? No doubt. Let's go to the question number 60. This is very, very important question. If you read the thermodynamics, there is always the change in Gibbs free energy. And the change in Gibbs free energy for a reaction is the minus NF cell. E cell is the electromotive force or electrode potential, right? Okay? And delta Rg depends on N, definitely, because change in Gibbs free energy is the extensive property, and extensive property depends on the mass and size of the system, right? So mass and size of the system. So it depends on the mass. Reason says E cell is an intensive property, and the change of Gibbs free energy is an extensive property. Absolutely right. That's why, because it's extensive, it depends on the mole. So A and R both are right, and reason explained to assertion. So what is the right answer? Both A and R true and R is the correct explanation of assertion. Option fourth is right. I hope it's clear to everyone. Okay, let's go to the next question. Very simple question. This year organic part is quite easy. If you know the basics of organic, you would have done the amazing work, amazing job, right? So in organic part, you see we have this bond. This is the sp2 carbon. In sp2 carbon, we have the sp3 attached carbon. So when sp3 carbon is attached to the sp2 carbon, that carbon is known as the allylic carbon. Allylic carbon. So it must be the allylic halide. It must be the allylic halide. Correct answer is the second one. I hope it's clear to everyone. Right? Now let's move to the next question. Very simple question. Which amongst the following molecule on polymerization produces neoprene? You know what? Neoprene is the artificial rubber and it is the polymer of chloroprene. It is a polymer of chloroprene. So chloroprene is there. The first option is the correct one. I hope it's clear. Gatta pancha, that is the natural rubber, cis isomer of isoprene, but neoprene is this one is the chloroprene, right? I hope it's clear. Consider the following reaction and identify the product. So first of all, it will form the cation because HBr is there. So it will take H plus from here, protonation will come and then there is a formation of cation. This is the cation and this cation can be migrated to the 1,2. There will be the 1,2 hydrogen hydride shift. In 1,2 hydride shift, cation goes over to this carbon and this carbon will take bromine and will form the final product CH3, CH2, CH3, right? So the final product is what we are getting here, the option fourth. So I hope option fourth all of you got the same answer. Option fourth is the right one, right? Now let's move to the next question. Very simple and direct formula based question, right? Conductivity is what? Conductivity is kappa is G into G star. G star is what? Cell constant L by A. We need to find L by A. G is what? 1 upon R equal to kappa into L by A, right? So L by A is equal to K into R. Just product. Just you need to do the product. Product of kappa. The kappa is the conductivity. We got the conductivity here. The conductivity is 0.0210 ohm inverse centimeter inverse, right? And the resistance is 60 ohm. Just multiply, you will get the answer, right? 1.26 centimeter inverse. I hope all of you got the second as a correct answer. Now let's move to the next question, 65. One of the very popular question from inorganic chemistry, and already you know, in matrix type of question you can approach by having 2 or 3 correct match because automatic all the 4 matches will be in the same range, right? Now let's discuss the question. Coke. Coke is a reducing agent, right? So coke used as a reducing agent. Diamond is a sp3 hybridized carbon, weak of first. Graphite uses a dry lubricant. Fluorine, cage-like molecule. So which option is the right one? A third and D second. Second is the right answer, right? I hope all of you got the right answer. One of the very easy question. The element expected to form longest ion to achieve the nearest nodal gas configuration. So which ion will form? So if you have the fluoride will have only minus charge. Nitrogen will have nitride -3 charge. More the number of negative charge, more will be the expansion of electron cloud. Electron cloud will expand, right? So what will be the right answer? Yes, definitely nitrogen is the right. I hope all of you got the right answer, nitrogen. Let's go to the next question. 67. Which of the following reaction will not give primary amine as the product? Right? So primary amine as the product means there has to be a secondary amine. So CH3CN undergoes the reduction, produces what it produces? It produces the primary amine. CH3, CH2, NH2. But when we have the isonitrile, NC, so NC will give CH3 and HCH3. It will be the secondary. So the correct answer for this question is option second. Half-man bromide degradation, it gives the primary amine. This is the half-man bromide and this is the lithium aluminum hydride. Lithium aluminum hydride also gives the primary amine. Primary, primary, primary. Here you will get the secondary. I hope it's clear to everyone. No doubt. Let's go to the next question. Okay, pyridine. If you know the pyridine structure, you will have solved this question much easier way, right? This is the pyridine. Okay, here you have the lone pair. Now, remaining valency of carbon will be satisfied with the hydrogen. You have 6 sigma plus 5 hydrogen, 6 plus 5, 11 sigma and 3 pi, 1, 2, 3 pi and the lone pair is equal to 1. So what is the correct answer? 11, 3, 1. It goes to option second. I hope it's clear to everyone. Great. Let's move to the question number 69. Given below are the two statements. Statements are given. You have to find out the correct answer. A unit formed by the attachment of base to the when test position of a sugar is known as nucleoside. Absolutely right. Okay. When nucleoside is linked to a phosphorus acid at 5 test position of sugar moiety, we get nucleotide. Both statements are correct. This is a biomolecule question. Statement first and statement second both are true. Fourth is the right answer. Right? Here, very simple question from organic chemistry. Keto forms cyanohydrin. It reacts with HCl, forms cyanohydrin. We get the cyanohydrin. Cyanohydrin reacts with H2SO4. There will be some, some water traces will be there. It will react with the cyanide, forms the COH and OH takes H plus, protonation will happen. After protonation we forms the cation. Cation takes the alpha hydrogen out, forms the pi bond and it forms COH. So pi bond comes here in the alpha carbon and this will be the COOH. So what is the right answer, my dear students? The right answer goes to the option third. I hope it's clear to everyone. Any doubt? I hope it's clear, right? Okay, great. Goes to the next question. Okay, so inert pair effect. You might have heard about the inert pair effect, that the heavier p block elements are more stable in the lower oxidation state. So lower oxidation state you need to find out and you have to give the right answer. I and I3 absolutely wrong. Plus 1 will be more stable than plus 3. Here thallium iodide. Thallium iodide is plus 1 and here thallium is plus 3. So plus 1 is more stable. Third is the absolutely right. I hope all of you got the right answer. Great. Let's move to the next question. Some tranquilizers are listed below. Valium is tranquilizer, methylphenidate is tranquilizer, chlorodiazopoxide is tranquilizer, but veronal. Veronal is the only tranquilizer which falls in the category of barbiturates. I hope it's clear. Right. Assertion reason. Helium is used to dilute oxygen in diving apparatus. Both are diffusing, both are the gases can dilute, can mix together. Diffusion can happen. And helium has high salt solubility in O2. That also right. So both A and R true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. So option goes to the correct answer goes to the fourth. I hope it's clear to everyone. 74. Right option for this. So very good question. A very simple mole concept question. I think all of you would have done the right answer, right? So mole of CaCO3, how many grams? 20. 20 divided by 100. So the molecular weight of CaCO3 is what? 40 plus carbon at 60. So it comes out to be 100 gram mole inverse, right? Now 20% pure. So 20% is 20 by 100. And how many? The stoichiometric coefficient 1:1 ratio. So 1 mole of CO2 is also produced. So the mole of CO2 will be 1 mole. So from this many moles, you will get this many moles. 400, 100 into 100. Right? So it will be 1 upon 25. Now they are asking about the what? They are asking about the weight in gram. So weight is what is the formula of weight? Mole into molecular weight. So mole you got 1 upon 25, molecular weight 44, you will get the right answer. Yes, you got the right answer. Divide 44 by 25, you will get the right answer. It will be the 1.76 gram, right? I hope all of you did the right answer. ठीक है, चलो. 75. Yeah, one of the very simple question. I think in qualitative and quantitative analysis of organic compound, you have studied this lasagna extract of an organic compound, both nitrogen and sulfur are present, which gives blood red color due to the formation of thiocyanate. And the thiocyanate with the Fe2 plus ion. Fe, the valency of Fe will be 2 plus. So it will be the SCN minus 1 and Fe will be here as 2 plus. I hope it's clear, right? So this is the correct answer. Now goes to the next question. Question says, given below are the two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and other is labeled as reason R. Reactions can have zero activation energy. Yes, in this case, activation energy for the free radical reaction could be zero, and free exponential factor will become to the Arrhenius rate constant. Right? Minimum extra amount of energy absorbed by reactant molecules so that there becomes equal to the threshold value. It's called activation energy. Yes, P plus threshold energy equal to the activation energy. So the correct answer is called the activation energy. In the light of above statement, both are true. Both A and R are true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. So it goes to the option A, right? Option 4, yeah. The correct answer is option 4, right? A compound is formed by two elements, and the elements are A and B. One of the very easy question, A and B forms the cubic closed pack structure, right? Cubic closed pack, CCP 4, right? The 4 is the effective, Z that is 4, and occupies, whereas B occupies 1/3 of the tetrahedral voice. Tetrahedral voice will be 8. So it will be if there is a N is the octahedral void, it will be the effective number Z. So tetrahedral void will be the twice of Z, and it will be the twice of 4, that is 8. But 1/3 of it, so A 8/3, B 4, it comes out to be A 8, B 12, right? Now divide by 4, so it will be A 2 and B 3. 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3, sorry, yeah, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 will be the X plus Y, and that comes out to be 5. So what is the correct answer, my dear students? Yes, 4th is the right answer. Correct? Chalo. Stability of, obviously, you all know that Cu2 plus is smaller in the size, and second ionization C. First of all, you need to know the copper electronic configuration, that is argon followed by 3d10 4s1. I1 is more lower because it forms stable, noble metal configuration 3d10. I2 will be much higher, but even I2 is much higher than I1 because it becomes very unstable 3d9. But still, because of the lower size of the dication and the more higher the charge, more water molecule will accommodate. So enthalpy of hydration will be more, and enthalpy of hydration will overcome the I2. Enthalpy of hydration, delta H hydration will be overcome to the ionization energy 2. That's why stability of Cu2 plus is more than copper plus salts in aqueous solution due to the hydration energy. The correct answer is the hydration energy. I hope it's clear to all of you. Select the correct statement from the following. Very simple question. Atoms of all elements are composed of two fundamental particles, right? So atoms of all elements are composed of two fundamental particles. That's wrong. Fundamental particles are electron, proton, neutron. Mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31, Absolutely right. All the isotopes of a given element show some chemical properties. Yes, same chemical properties. 1H1, 1H2, 1H3 chemical properties are same. Physical properties are different. Protons and electrons are collectively known as nucleons. Galat. Proton and neutron. So this is wrong. What they are saying? Select the correct statement. So D is wrong. Dalton's atomic theory regarded as the atom as a unlimited ultimate particle of matter. This is also right. So what is the right answer? Right answers are A is incorrect, B is right, C is right, E is right. So B, C, E. Option third. Option third. Option third, right? Okay, is that clear? I hope all of you got the right answer. Yeah. So now, welcome back. We were discussing question number 79, goes to 80. Now, this is a little tricky question. That you have to know the direct P is inversely proportional to the volume. So P is equal to K upon B. If you plot a graph is equal to Y is equal to mx, x is 1 upon V, Y is P. So this is the nature of graph. Both straight line passing from origin. Now, you see, if you put a line which is parallel to the axis of 1 upon V, so that is constant. Now, you have to put a line perpendicular to 1 upon V, and you see the T1 is more, the T1 covers 1 by V value is more, right? So, as per the Charles law, volume is inversely proportional to temperature in Kelvin, right? So, temperature increases, volume increases, but 1 upon V decreases as temperature increases. So, here the correct answer will be the just opposite, T3 followed by T2 followed by T1. So, it goes to option first. I hope it's clear. Right? Now, intermolecular forces are forces of attraction and repulsion between interacting particles that will include. So, that will include, so here, dipole-dipole forces, yeah, includes dipole-dipole forces, that's right. Includes dipole-induced dipoles, right? Hydrogen bonding is also dipole-induced dipole, covalent bonding, and dispersion force. So dispersion force, if we talk about the dispersion force, so dispersion force is also a kind of force where we have the between the isolating atoms like argon, Cl2, it's a kind of repulsion force, but still it's a force. So covalent bonding will, so what will be the correct answer for this? The correct answer for this will be the A, B and C, D. What about the A, B, C, E? A, B, C, D are correct. Okay. So A, B, C, D are correct. Dispersion force we won't consider here because of the isolation nature of the elements, right? So the correct answer goes to the option A, B, C, D. Second. Okay. Weight of 2 moles of organic compound which is obtained by heating sodium at sodium methylate. So CH3CO O minus Na plus reacts with soda lime. Soda lime is nothing but the alkali with CaO. It forms methane gas. So now 1 mole of methane forms. So the weight of 1 mole is 16. So weight of 2 mole will be 2 into 16. It will be 32. So correct answer goes to the 32. I hope it's right. Everyone got the right answer? Now, move to the question number 83. Which one is an example of heterogeneous catalysis? In heterogeneous, we have the nitrogen and 3 moles of hydrogen reacts over the solid catalyst as a ferrous. In the bed of molybdenum, we forms ammonia gas. Right? So, here the reactants state are gases while catalyst state is solid, right? So the correct answer for this will be the combination between dihydrogen and dihydrogen to form ammonia. Whereas all in these cases hydrolysis is the liquid and H plus ion is also the liquid. So all the state are same, but here in third options reactants are gases, catalyst is solid, right? Now let's move to the next question. Okay, so 2 statements are given. A says, assertion says, metallic sodium dissolved in liquid ammonia. Absolutely right. Sodium dissolved in liquid ammonia liquid ammonia, X plus Y ammonia, and forms a electron, ammoniated electron. This ammoniated electron is what? Paramagnetic in nature. Okay, so because of this, there is deep blue color. So assertion is absolutely right. Reason says the deep blue color solution is due to the formation of amide. No. Due to the formation of amide, the color disappeared. Color disappeared, right? So the correct answer for this question is A is true, but R is false. Second option is right. I hope it's clear to everyone. Among the following, the total number of species not having 8 electrons around central atom in its outermost shell. One of the very fundamental question, but I think a lot of you have done the mistake here because you think NH3 is also having one pair, but if you consider the electrons 2, 2, 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 electrons, right? 8 electrons, this is a octet complete. AlCl3, yeah, it's a hypooctet because of the 3p1 and here you get the how many electrons? 6 electrons. So there will be a 3p4. So it is hypooctet. BeCl2 hypooctet, PCl5 hyperoctet. PCl5 we have the 10 electron. How many electrons? 10. Hyperoctet, in hyperoctet 10 electrons are there. So how many species not having 8 electrons? AlCl3, BeCl2, CCl4. 3 are there. So correct answer goes to the option 4th. That is the third one. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now, tolerance region is having very specific reactivity towards the aldehyde. It oxidizes aldehyde but cannot react with ketone. So it oxidizes aldehyde to the carboxylate ion in presence of salt of the alkali, right? So now you got the answer as a option number 2nd, where keto is intact. Keto is intact, only carboxylate. Only aldehyde goes to the carboxylate. So 2nd is the right answer. I hope it's clear, right? Now, you already know peroxy disulfuric acid, H2H2O8, H2H2O8, right? Here you have the SO linkage and then double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, OH, OH. So 4 SO bond, 1 SOS bond. So here you have the 2 SOH, 4 SO and 1 SOS bond. So A goes to third. A goes to third. Any option here? Sulfuric acid is H2SO4, right? SOO, OH, OH, 2OH, 2SO, 2OH, 2SO. So 2OH, 2SOH and 2SO, fourth. So B ka fourth, right? A third, B fourth. And then sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid is what? 2SOH, 1SO. So D ka second. D ka second, C ka first, right? Pyrosulfuric acid, here you have the 1 SOS bond. So correct answer goes to option first. I hope it's clear to everyone. Read out. A third, B fourth, and sulfurous acid, right? Okay, great. Now consider the following compounds in species. So we have the compounds, you need to follow the Huckel rules. Huckel rule says aromaticity. It explains the aromaticity. So this is the naphthalene aromatic. This is the cyclopentadiene anion. Aromatic, number of electrons 6, all are sp2 planar molecule, 6 pi electrons, aromatic. Anti-aromatic, so it is not following the Huckel rule. Okay, this is also anti-aromatic. This is aromatic due to the 4n plus 2, consider n as 0. So 2 pi electrons and 2 pi electrons are there. Here the pi electrons are 4 pi electron. It is anti-aromatic. This is cyclooctatetraene, cod. Cod is a classical example of non-aromatic. Non-aromatic, so it's a non-aromatic. Here anthracene aromatic. So correct answer is aromatic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So option 4th. Guys, it goes to the option 4th, right? Now move to the next question. Pumic stone comes from the product of the vulcanization. You know, volcano comes, then there is a pumic stone forms. So it's a solid salt. Pumic stone is a solid salt, right? Very simple question. Already know the heat supply at constant pressure. QP is nothing but the delta H. As per the thermodynamics first law, you know, delta U is equal to del Q plus del W. So delta QP is equal to del U minus del W. Minus del W means del U minus P del V. So it will become del U plus P del V, and PV is equal to delta NGRT. P del V is equal to delta NGRT. Put this value. So delta H equal to delta U plus delta NGRT, right? So what will be the correct answer for this? The correct answer goes to the option first. I hope it's clear to everyone. Option first is correct, right? Delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NGRT. I hope it's clear, right? Now let's move to the next question, 91. 91 says, which among the following will be the most readily dehydrated under acidic condition? Means, like, you know, dehydration means liberation of water, removal of water. In first option, you have the 2 degree carbon. Also, when carbocation forms, carbocation, there is a OH group in the second carbon, distance operating minus I, and it is also could consider as a plus R, but carbocation can first shift here, then can goes to there. So first we'll have the most stable carbocation, and the stability of carbocation defines the dehydration rate. Second option you have here, but you have the strong EWG group. M2 is a very strong EWG electron withdrawing. It will more efficiently, decrease the electron density. I hope it's clear, right? Here, if you see 1, 2, 3 distance operating, but this is a primary carbon, no other, right? So what you will see, there is no other factor to increase the strength of carbocation. So this is not right. This is also not right. Correct is option 1. I hope it's clear, right? Now, when you have a kind of ether where aromatic ether, when you have done O linkage with the benzene, so always O minus C plus forms, one product will be the phenol. So one product will be the phenol OH, other one will be the benzene iodide. So correct answer goes to the option 2. I hope it's clear to everyone, right? Yeah, great. Now move to the next question. Very simple question, very simple and sweet. So no need to even solve, right? Here it's plus 6. The oxidation state is plus 6. In 2 chromium it will becomes, in 2 chromium it becomes what? It becomes 12. Here it's plus 3. So what will be the change? Change will be the 6 ka. There the change will be 6 ka. Here sulfur plus 4 plus 6. The change of 2. Okay? Here the change 2, 6 comes, change 2 comes. Right? So what will happen here? Here you can simply write one thing, that so you need to here the change is of the 2, right? So SO3 minus plus 4 2 goes to sulfate ion, the change is 2, and here the change is 6. So divide 6 by 2, it is 3. Put 3 in front of SO3 minus and 3 in front of SO4 minus. So the B is 3, right? So you can write B is 3, and how many oxygens? In the LHS, 3 into 3, 9, 9 plus 7, 16 oxygen. In RHS, how many oxygens you are having? You are having here, it will be 3. 3 into 4, 12. So you need to add 4 water molecule. 4 water molecule means how many hydrogen? 4 into 2. That is 4 into 2 means 8. So 8H plus. You will get the 8H plus ion. So 8 plus 3 and 1. So what are the factors are? 1, 3, 8. The correct answer is 4th. 4th is the correct answer. 1, 3, 8. Means A will be the 1, right? A will be the 1, B will be the 3, and C will be the 8. I hope it's clear to everyone. Clear? Okay. 94. Complex compound is more stable. Stability comes from the complex nature. You know the nature of ligand. Here, so here all are the monodentate. When there is a formation of closed ring, then the complex will be more stable. Cobalt forms ligand chlorine, and 2En. En is the, you know what, bidentate. So there is a formation of Achilles ring, closed. So more the denticity, more will be the stability, right? So second is the right answer. I hope it's clear to everyone. What fraction of S-centered octahedral void lies in the 1 unit cell of FCC? Unit cell of FCC, so you know Z is equal to what? The contribution comes from the H, and also it comes from the face centered. Face centered is half into 6, so 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Now you are asking about the one S center octahedral void. So one S center will be the 1 by 4. Total is the 4, 1 is the 1 by 4. So the correct answer is second, 1 by 4. I hope it's clear to everyone. Correct. Let's move to the next question. One of the very complex question. Actually, this question, block chemistry, in today's chemistry paper, the inorganic part was little tough side, especially from the block chemistry. You have got some very good question, right? So all the transition metal except from ammo oxides, except scandium. Yeah, scandium is already 3D1, right? So doesn't form oxide because 3D1 means it can exist as a Sc plus, whereas O is -2, right? So ammo cannot be formed. Highest oxidation number corresponding to the group number in transition metal oxide is Mn2O7, where Mn is +7. Scandium, scandium will be the lowest, right? 2x minus 3, so it will be the +3. So +3 to +7, it increases. This is right, this is right. Yeah. Basic character increases. As you increase the oxygen, basic character decreases. So that's wrong. Now, B2O4 dissolve in acid to give BO4 trianion. That's wrong. It gives BO2 plus salt. Gives BO2 plus salt. So this is also wrong. Chromium oxide is basic, but chromate, this Cr2O3 is amphoteric, absolutely right. So which one is the incorrect? C and D is the incorrect. I hope option 2 is the correct option for the incorrect question answer, right? I hope it's clear to everyone. The equilibrium constant is given. Equilibrium, so basic question, very basic question. A equal to concentration of C, active mass of D divided by A into B. A, C and D you have got 10 and 6. Here you got 2 and 3. 6 will cut out. So Kc, equilibrium constant, will be 10. Now Kc is 10. Delta G is equal to minus R 2.303. R is 2. Temperature is 300. And then log 10. Log 10 means what? Log 10 is 1. Log 10 is 1. So delta Rg will be 2.303 minus 2.303 into 2 into 300. If you solve it, you will get the answer. The correct answer for this question is 1381.80. 1381.80 calorie. Right? All of you got the right answer. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now, aldehyde. Aldehyde reacts with LiAlH4. So it undergoes the, reduction, forms alcohol. Alcohol reacts with H2SO4, undergoes the dehydration, forms ethylene. Ethylene reacts with HBr, Marconi of addition, and forms CS3CH2Br. CS3CH2Br reacts with PHBr, Woods fitting reaction. Woods fitting reaction, it forms PHCH2CH3. Means it will be the ethyl benzene. What is the right answer, ethyl benzene? Obviously option 4. 4th is the right answer. I hope it's clear to all my dear students. Great. Yeah. Question number 99. 99 is the one of the very exceptional question from the environmental chemistry. You write nutrient deficient water bodies lead to the eutrophication. Absolutely right. No, nutrient deficient means nutrient if sufficient. Because eutrophication is the overgrowth of algae. So when there is more nutrients, there is overgrowth of algae, right? Eutrophication leads to the decrease in the level of oxygen. That's right. Second is right, first is wrong. Statement first is false and second is true. So the correct answer for this question is goes to the option third. Statement first is incorrect, but statement second is true. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now let's move to the last question of today's chemistry session. The reaction that does not take place in the blast furnace between temperature range, you have to see the temperature range. Temperature range is very important. 900 Kelvin to 1500 Kelvin. So, you know, if that range, which reaction is not taking place, if that range, coke reacts with carbon dioxide, forms carbon monoxide, this reaction is taking place. This temperature range, higher temperature range, temperature is higher. Plus oxide also under reduction forms iron plus CO2. That is also happening. Calcium removed as a calcium silicate, right? As a slag. Slag also forms. But this fourth option, this reactions happens at the temperature zone of temperature range of 500 to 800 Kelvin. 500 to 800 Kelvin, right? 500 to 800 Kelvin. The Kelvin range is different. Temperature range is different. So the correct answer for this question goes to the option fourth. I think all of you got the right answer. Option fourth is right. Okay. So all the best and get the best result.